A busy and difficult week for the Lady Vikings comes to an end here tonight. Good Friday evening to you. Jordan King taking you through tonight's action on WLA TV. It's the Indians from Kewaskum and the Vikings, Winnebago Lutheran Academy. And you're watching on WLA TV. Glad to have you along this evening. The Vikings come into this one 12-3 on the season, coming off a win just last night over the Lamira Lions. Kewaskum's 15-2 on the year. That's couple more games than the Vikings have played. We'll get into that and how that's affected scheduling over the last couple of weeks for the Vikes. But they are a few games behind most other programs in the state up till this point in the season. Kewaskum with those 17 games. Vikings having just played 15 games so far. From a scoring point of view, the Kewaskum Indians, to get that 15-2 mark, 7-1 in the East Central Conference, their only loss coming to one of the top-ranked teams in Division III in Waupun. They average just 54.2 points per game. That means, you guessed it, they're very good on the defensive side of the floor. They play a trapping zone at times, come about three-quarter court with that trap, and a very, very difficult team to play against from an offensive standpoint. The Vikings trying to continue with a little momentum that they got last night with the big win over Lamira. Previously to that on Monday, they had a big, big loss, 84-59 loss, in fact, to New Holstein on Monday. But the Vikes averaged 63.1 points per game, going to have to take care of the basketball tonight, something they have struggled with a little bit at times this season. They did hit their, I don't know if this is the season high. I didn't check all the box scores from every game, but I would imagine a season high in threes last night. They hit 8 of them. And the Vikings going to have to shoot well from the field today. And as I mentioned, take care of the basketball. Coach Schroffnagel kind of saying if Kewaskum beats us in a half-court game, we'll take it. But we don't want to let them get runouts, and score easy buckets in transition. We'll see if the Vikes can do that tonight. You're watching on WLA TV. Hope you'll stay with us. Starters and Anthem coming up next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Winnebago Lutheran Academy welcomes you to this evening's non-conference basketball game between the Kewaskum Indians and the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Kewaskum High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation to exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and join us in honoring America and those who protect it with the singing of our national anthem performed by WLA freshman Riley Clavier.
Bright stars.
Riley Claviter, everyone. Thank you very much. The Wisconsin Scholastic Athletic Association objects to activities, materials, logos, apparel, mascots, or gestures that are profane, vulgar, insulting, or offensive to others. The membership disapproves of any form of content or expression that is intended or is designated to embarrass, ridicule, disrespect, or demean others under any circumstances, including on the basis of race, religion, gender, or national origin. It's time to meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, for the Indians, a junior, number 3, Haley Buchlick. A junior, number 11, Morgan Adams. Junior, number 12, Grace Lighthizer. Senior, number 14, Anna Christensen. And junior, number 15, Madeline Dawes. The Indians are coached by Russell Kuhl. And here are your WA Vikings.
I want to welcome you back in here to the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. The Vikings and the Indians just about ready to roll here. Starting lineups being announced right now. Reminder for the Kewaskum Indians. Number 3, a junior, Haley Buchlick. Number 11, another junior, Morgan Adams. The third of 4 juniors in the starting lineup. Number 12, Grace Lighthizer. And then number 15 is Madeline Dawes. She's the final junior. Anna Christensen, number 14, is the lone senior in the starting lineup for Kewaskum, a group of juniors that has played a lot of basketball at the varsity level going back to last season, and a team that played right with a very talented WLA Vikings team just a year ago. Starters for the Vikings, Kiara Shea, Lindsay Nell, Siri Kuski, Jess Pino, Abby Cole. You know the drill if you've watched the Vikings at all before this. This is the starting lineup all season long for Coach Schroffnagel, save for maybe a game or two, but he's found a 5 that works for him, and it's led to a 12-3 start to the season. This would be the first time in quite a while that the Vikings have lost multiple games in a week, but that's what they're staring down the barrel of against a very good Kewaskum Indian squad. In Division III, they're the number 6 ranked team. Vikings haven't yet been ranked in Division IV. A couple of flyweight teams have. They've been Springs and Laconia. Quickly down the lane is Anna Christensen. She's the second leading scorer at 12.6 points per contest for Kewaskum, and she gets the game underway. Kewaskum starts off in a man-to-man defense. That's well worked by the Vikings underneath from Cole to Kiara Shea. Shea scored 24 the other night. She's got an early 2 here, and it's 2-2. Good start for the Vikings offensively. We'll see Kewaskum in several different defenses, but we saw it in man-to-man there. There's another good cut and another finish from Anna Christensen. She's got all 4 of the Indians' points. Now here is a trapping defense from Kewaskum. Looks like a 1-3-1 right now, and their length, you'd expect them to play that pretty well. Here's a long 2 on the way, and a nice rebound on the near side from Madeline Dawes. Dawes does everything. Team leader in every category for Kewaskum. And she plays in the middle of that 1-3-1 zone as well. They don't have the listed, here's a 1-2-2 3/4 court press. This is what worked really well for New Holstein, and Kuski dribbles it off her knee, and it'll turn back over to Kewaskum. But Dawes plays at the top of the 1-2-2, very similar to what Laconia does. Not exactly the same, but very similar. And Molly Johannes is the one that plays at the top of that zone. She's got tremendous length, as does Dawes. And she's just a talented player. 13.1 points per game, 6.2 boards, and 2.8 assists. Does it all for this Kewaskum Indian squad. Here on the near side, this is Buchlick, back top of the key. Now back underneath to Christensen. She's got all the points, kicks it out to Dawes. Triple on the way, she hit it. Madeline Dawes knew it was going down. She started trotting backwards before the ball even went through. She knew it as soon as she let go of it. Kuski able to get across. They're going to call over and back. Kuski established position. That's not over and back, but that's what the whistle was for. Unless they're going to say she needs, maybe you got to complete the process of the catch. I'm not really sure. Looked okay to me. I've watched a lot of basketball this year, but not as many as some referees, so that's all right. Here's Christensen. Thought about the three. Pump fakes. Gets it to the corner. Here's Butchlick. Three on the way. This is deep. Offensive board, though, to Dogs. Dogs wraps around, goes up, and she's fouled. See who they get this one on. A push from Jess Pino, who was straight up and down. The foul should have been whistled on Kuski there, but they decided to go with Pino. Tough start for the Vikes. Here's the first free throw is up and off from Dogs. And the second one is deep as well. Good box there from Lindsay Nell. And she collects the rebound, then throws it away, tips it out. And the pressure from the Indians is starting to rear its ugly head early on. Told you this might be the case. They are very, very good defensively. Probably the best defensive team the Vikings have faced so far this season. And that's not taking anything away from Laconia. That's a complete credit to Kewaskum. Far side, here's Dogs once again using a screen. With the right-handed dribble into the middle of the paint, jump stops up with the floater and gets it to go. That is a tremendous move from Madeline Dogs, and she's got 5 of the 9. Dogs and Christensen have all the points so far for the Indians. Here's a triple on the way for Cole. Those are going to have to fall for the Vikings to really have a chance here. Kiera Shea got the offensive board. Cole gets it to Kuski, who swings it around to Lindsay Nell. Nell down the lane, up with the right hand on the left side, can't get it to go. Fought for by Cole, and she's fouled. She's going to head back to the free throw line, where she was several times last night. Morgan Adams with her first foul for the Indians this evening. And Cole will get her first pair. First free throw from Cole is up and misses off to the left. Vikings have been shooting the foul shots a little bit better than earlier in the season, but the percentages still aren't pretty. Lindsay Nell got great positioning, got the offensive board, count the basket, and the foul for Lindsay Nell. Nell was so quick, stepped right in front. I think it was Dogs there. Good position. Dogs shaking her head. I think she maybe thought that Lindsay Nell left early, and Coach Thull maybe did as well. Having a conversation with the official. That was missed, so the Vikings start 0 for 3 from the free throw line, but they only trail by 5. Quickly up the floor is Kewaskum. They're going to say no travel as it was juggled. I think that's a good call. It was Lighthizer who was down the middle of the paint. She now kicks it out to Dogs, back to Lighthizer between the circles. Adams is at the high post. Instead, it's going to come near side to Christensen. Goes back to Lighthizer as they're trying to get it to the high post. There it is. That's Adams. Kicks it back out. Lighthizer, Christensen. Got Butchlick in the corner. That's where they'll go. Skip pass. Back top of the key 3 on the way. This one misses. Vikes don't box out, though. Near side, that was Kuski who didn't get position. Or pardon me, that was Nell who didn't get position. Offensive rebound for Haley Butchlick, and she's on the board with her first 2 points. Butchlick averages 4.2 points per game. That was tipped out by Dogs, who is back into a passing lane. And it'll stay with the Vikings, who trail by 7. Tell you what, I get nervous up here watching this Kewaskum defense. This is swarming. They just force you into whatever the first half open look. Kiera Shea hits the triple. She's got 5, and she continues her hot streak from beyond the three-point arc. She's all the way up to 26.7% from 3, which doesn't seem very good. Here's a Christensen 3. That's the way to respond. No, it just rimmed out there, rolled all the way around. Looked like it was going down, but it didn't for Anna Christensen. She's got 4 early points. And they're going to go back into this 1-2-2-3 quarter court press. Try to trap out of it. Here's Kiera Shea throws it straight into the hands of Dogs, and Kiera Shea strips Dogs off Dogs' thigh, and it's going to go the other way. Dogs can't believe it. Did not look like it hit her at all, but they're going to say it went off her thigh. The classic strip off the leg of the offensive player. Dogs back into a passing lane. Down the lane she goes, up with the left hand, finishes. That's what she says about that. Fool me once, shame on me. Ain't fooling me twice. They're going to trap Shea here. That's tipped. Kuski keeps it into the front court. Gives it to Cole on the near side. Cole slows it down. Hands off to Kuski. Kuski lobs into Pino. Pino can't collect. That's kicked around a little bit. On the floor, a couple of Vikings, couple of Indians. Here's Christensen out of the pile with it. She drives the lane. Had Vetter in the corner. Instead, going to swing it back around. Christensen gets it to Vetter. This is Mia Vetter in the corner. Christensen, Adams at the high post. Nice up and under move. Missed it. And a good, strong rebound from Lindsay Nell. Nell is down to fourth in the conference in rebounding. This is, of course, a non-conference game, but you really can't put state statistics on here. So we're going to continue to use the Flyway Conference rankings for the Vikings. 3-point attempt. No, it's a good shot fake, though. Mia Vetter, triple on the way. This one's deep. Nice board from Abby Cole. She still leads the Flyway in boards per game. Skip pass up ahead to Kuski. And Kuski's found herself in the corner. Lobs it to Shea. Shea working on Dogs. Bounce pass underneath. Dogs got back and blocked it. Pino had it blocked by Madeline Dogs. Shea can't get the follow to goal, and it'll stay with the Vikings. My goodness. They just speed you up. So 13-7, all things considered, the Vikes have weathered the early storm, but I don't think this is a storm that's just going to pass here from the Indians. This is 36 minutes of pure heart and hustle for the Indians. There's another block. Christensen's going to bring it into the front court. Finds Gerhartz. Back to Christensen. Adams high post. Poked away by Shea. Adams keeps it in the front court, finds Christensen. She could have gone into the back court there. It was tipped by Kiera Shea. Gerhardt's far side, lobs it back to Mia Vetter. Vetter back to Gerhardt's. Down to the corner, a good drive there, and a skip pass out to Vetter. Triple on the way. This one looks better, but it's short. Another offensive rebound, and Kewaskum is killing WLA on the offensive glass. Christensen's trying to make them pay. Instead, she travels. It'll go back to the Vikings, and this is kind of what I think Coach Schroffnagel was talking about. Try to make them execute a long possession in the half court. See if you can't make them make a mistake. Now, Kewaskum's a good disciplined ball club too, but the more passes you make them make, the more dribbles you make them make, put them under some pressure, see if you can't force them into some issues. 1-3-1 zone for the Vikings. They've been in it for a second. Here's Adams working on Chemnitz. Another offensive foul. No, they're going to get a foul on Christensen. And Christensen was very animated there. Did not like the call. Still a 1-2-2. Three-quarter court trapping pressure for the Indians. It's a little bit more manageable. It's still really tough. And there's your proof of that. Gerhardt's into the front court, tipped away by Shea, and it's going to go the other way. And Coach Schroffnagel wants a timeout. See if they give it to him. They'll give it to Coach Schroffnagel, who's going to take a full timeout, if nothing else, to calm things down here on this, for the sake of both sides, calm things down. It's been a hectic pace thus far. Just a 6-point lead for Kewaskum. Back with more. You're watching WLA Girls Varsity Basketball on WLA TV. Stay with us.
Sponsored by the WLA Booster Club,
Coming out of the timeout, the Vikings trying to improve upon a little bit of a shaky start offensively against this pressure. I did see Coach Dan Schwartz there make a point very emphatically using the ball fakes there in the huddle. Dogs back into the game. She's going to take her spot at the top of this press. Chemnitz caught in a tough spot. Good quick pass to Shea, though. Shea with the ball fake. There it is. And the Vikings, look, they got to learn how to play against it because Laconia is not going to do anything different. Laconia's got all of it on film, and they're going to run it because they run it so well. Here's a three from Nell, misses. Nice strong rebound from Anna Christensen, and it's going to come back the other way. This is Lighthizer. Gets it to Dogs in the corner. Back top of the key, Lighthizer. Starters back in for Kewaskum. That's tipped away. Besides Ashley Vogt, she's a sophomore. Coach Thull not afraid to play the sophomores as much as he can. Get them as much experience as possible. They're going to play New Holstein on Monday, and I'll tell you what, if you don't have plans, that might be one to circle on the calendar in terms of being a neutral. I'm going to try to tune into that one if I can find a stream, because that is seeing both of those teams so far this week, just in terms of neutral viewing. Don't get to do much of that. I try to stay as neutral as I can from the commentary position, but there's always a little part of me that wants the Vikings to succeed. Here's a nice rebound by Shea. Shea's up the court like a bullet, and she finishes at the rim. Shea's got 7 of the 9 for the Vikes, and the Vikes back within 4. Quickly up ahead, here's Vogt. Cross-court pass to Dogs. Dogs pump fakes, and she's fouled by Peyton Chemnitz. Regardless of if you feel she got all ball, it's just the nature of the beast. If you use that tomahawk motion, it's going to get called a foul more times than not. First on Chemnitz. Second trip to the line for Dogs. First misses. 0 for 3 from the line for Dogs. Michaela Dogs on the coaching staff did a terrific job with the JV team. Kewaskum won the JV game fairly easily. And Madeline Dogs goes 1 for 2 on that trip. She's 1 for 4 from the line. And she's got 8 points of the 14 that Kewaskum has scored so far tonight. Maddie Lair into the front court. She lost her footing. If you believe that, I believe she was tripped, but no whistle. Dogs almost banked it in. Good closeout by Abby Cole. Rebound down to Shea. Shea crosses over, poked away by Dogs. What a defensive play by her. Into the front court comes Lighthizer. Looks to the far side and throws it away. It'll go back to the Vikings. Good pressure and good hustle by the Vikes to get back into a good spot. Shea will throw it in. Man-to-man full court pressure now for Kewaskum. This is the third different defense we've seen them play. They've played a 1-3-1. They've played the 1-2-2 and back into man now. Shea's into the front court, crosses a couple of times, kicks it out to Cole. Cole thought about the three, now going to drive up with the left hand on the left side, and she's fouled, head back to the free throw line. Second trip to the line for Cole here tonight. She's 0 for 2. Yeah, and I think the Vikings, knock on wood here, but I think the Vikings have played tremendously well early on here, and if they can keep it here in this 3 to 5 point deficit range or somewhere around there, I think you got to like the spot you're in. Cole's 1 for 4 from the line. The Vikes have already missed tonight's difference in free throws. They're 1 for 5, missed 4, and that's kicked out of bounds that time from Christensen. Couldn't get control of it. They're down by 4. They missed 4 from the line. Now, again, I don't think you can expect to make every free throw. You can't. If you're banking on that, you're banking on the wrong thing in high school sports. Maddie Lair threw that one straight into the hands of Lighthizer, and she's into the front court. Lighthizer doesn't do a ton in the scoring category, but she is tied for the team lead in assists, runs the show for them largely for Kewaskum. Good ball handler. Vikings still remain in this 1-3-1 zone. Dogs gets to a spot, Gets it to the high post with Christensen. Back to Dogs in the short corner. Oh, that's a good pass. There we are. We're just talking about it. Votes first points. Ashley Votes got 2. But we're just talking about it. That's both the vision and the execution from Grace Lighthizer to get the assist. That was a nice look and a great pass. Down the lane goes Abby Cole. They're going to say she was fouled again. And her third trip to the line. She's got to start putting them down, though, for the Vikings. About 10 minutes into this one, 10 and a half or so. Third trip for Abby Cole, 1 for 4 so far. First one is good. Halftime, we'll try to pull up a stream from over in the pit. A week from tonight, the girls will be over there taking on Laconia. Tonight, the boys in Rosendale to take on the Spartans. Tell you about that one at halftime. Second free throw is also good. So Cole now 3 for 6 from the line, and the Vikes back within 4. Shea in the air there, almost kicked it. Here's Christensen. Down to the corner. That's a 3 on the way. Looks off. It's deep. Rebound down. That was Zupa on the triple attempt. And Shea was fouled there again. That's the 6th team foul. Kewaskum's saying, let's make them earn it from the free throw line instead of giving up cheap layups. Big exhale from Coach Thull over there as that long rebound turned into a fast break opportunity for the Vikings. First free throw for Shea is good. She's got 8. Second free throw from Shea is good as well. 14-16, Vikes back within 2. Vikes going to extend this 1-3-1 zone a little bit. Christensen on the near side, drives. That's tipped away by Nell, but it goes straight over to Vetter. Down to the corner, Zupa has it poked away. It's going to stay here. Cole used her length to poke that one out of bounds from Jaden Zupa. Couple of screens, try to get it into Christensen. There she is. Kicks it out to Zupa, down to the corner. Couple of ball fakes there. Vetter has it near side. That's Gerhardt's in the corner. She has it now. Has it poked away by Cole. Steal by Kuski. Back to Cole. And the Vikes are heading back the other way. Cole crosses once. Gives to Kuski. Kuski drives, kicks. Cole for the lead. This one comes up just short. It was dead on. But it comes up short for Abby Cole. 6:20 left in the first half. And about 15, no, less than that, dozen students that are here would have been on their feet and blown the roof off this thing. That's over and back. Yeah, there we go. Had to be talked into it. Both officials nodded, gave the thumbs up, and then decided they were going to call the over and back. It was the same thing that Kuski did earlier. Here is Shea. And the Vikings trying to tie it and or take the lead for the first time since 0-0. Down the lane goes Lindsay Nell. That's a tough finish. And Nell floats, hits, game's tied, timeout Kewaskum. And this is a veteran move from Coach Thull. I always said if I was a coach, this is how I would call timeouts too. Call the timeout, get about 10 or 15 seconds worth of discussion with your player, and then right when the ref's about to walk away, say, I want a 30. That's the way you get an extra full right there. Hey, I'm not hating. I think that's smart. That's smart coaching. So the Vikes have tied things up here, 16-16 coming out of this timeout. Vikes have gotten the momentum. So 5:50 to go. And Kewaskum will have it once again offensively. Christensen going to try to end this Viking run with a triple. She can't. And standing out of bounds when she rebounded it was Jaden Zupa. So the Vikings will have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game as Dogs checks back into the game. And it's the starters plus Vetter out there for Kewaskum. Shea walks it into the front court. Crosses, hands to Nell. Nell sees this lane part, can't get it to go. Blocked there. Offensive rebound, Pino. Gets it back out to Shea. Back to Pino. Middle of the paint. Underneath. And Cole's fouled once again. Her fourth trip to the free throw line. Abby Cole has been very active in the paint. And she's going to go back to the line. 7-2. Discrepancy in the fouls right now. First free throw misses off to the left for Cole. Second one, though, for Cole is good, and the Vikes have their first lead of the ball game. They lead the number 6 team in Division III. Kewaskum's other losses to Beaver Dam, who if you know anything about Wisconsin basketball, you know that Waupun and Beaver Dam are pretty good. And so Kewaskum, you take away those two, they're undefeated this season. Take away the 2 losses, everyone's undefeated, but I get it. But they've lost. The point is they've lost 2 of the elite programs in Wisconsin basketball. Certainly down at the Division II, Division III levels, certainly. That was missed once again by Christensen, who has struggled a little bit in recent minutes to get anything going offensively. Shea's going to try another triple. This one looks off. It misses to the left. Tipped up by Cole. Offensive rebound, Shea gets it to Kuski. Kuski underneath. Nell spins. A lot of contact, no whistle, and it's last touched by Abby Cole. I think that was the foul discrepancy is 7-2, so we ain't blowing the whistle on that one. 1-3-1 zone. Well, it's more like a 1-2. It is 1-3-1. Vikings play it very unique. They drop that center player down pretty low and can give up the open 3. Vikes may be willing to do that right now, see if they can force the Indians to hit a couple of shots. Dogs is the only one who's hit a 3. She's not out on the floor right now. Nice cut through, and Christensen still can't get it to go. She can't buy one right now, and Nell is fouled. No, they'll give it the jump ball treatment there, and the Viking students don't like it, as Nell was getting hung on there by one of the Kewaskum players. Again, I think it's going to take an almighty hack here for them to blow the whistle with a 7-2 foul discrepancy. Shea remains at the top, Pino in the middle, Kuski and Nell on the sides, and Cole at the bottom of the 1-3-1 zone for the Vikings that have got them back into the game. That's a nice take. That's a really smart take by Grace Lighthizer, and Kewaskum retakes the lead. Lighthizer almost pokes it away as well. Shea gets it into the front court, down the right side of the lane, goes up with it a little out of control, and the rebound down to Christensen. She outlets it to Adams, who gets it to Lighthizer. Lighthizer back up the floor to the corner. Triple on the way. This one looks off. It's deep. And Kuski gets the defensive rebound. Shea trying to step through. Little contact there. Bounce pass up ahead to Kuski. Kuski misses the layup. Too strong on that one. She was expecting contact. It didn't come, and it threw her off. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Lighthizer down the lane, kicks it back out. Here's the top of the key 3 for Adams. This one misses deep. And the rebound to Jess Pino. She's fouled by Christensen, and Jess Pino will head back to the free throw line. Not head back. This is her first trip. Vikes will head back to the free throw line. WLA has shot 11 free throws. They are 6 for 11 from the line. It's about closer to season average there. Second foul there on Christensen. Only 4 free throws for Kewaskum. First free throw from Pino is deep, and rebound down, but standing out of bounds once again was Vogt. No, check that. That was Zupa. And the ball will go back to the Vikings. Well, if you're Coach Thull and the Indians, you got to be thrilled that you're still leading this. They made some mistakes here in this first half as Lindsay Nell travels after getting into the paint. Coach Strafnagel getting clarification there on something. Certainly it wasn't on that call. That was a cut and dry travel as Nell drug the pivot foot rather, went on a road trip there, the pivot foot did. That's a bad pass, and it's thrown away to Shea. Kiera Shea bounces to Nell. Nell down the left side of the paint, goes up strong, misses. Offensive rebound fought for by Cole, and it's tied up underneath. Goes back to the Vikings. Can they get something here to retake the lead? You knew it might be a dogfight. 18-17, here's Peyton Chemnitz. Chemnitz lobs it underneath to Cole. It was last touched by Kewaskum, Zupa. And it'll stay with the Vikings. Shea has it. Looks underneath to Cole. Now moves on to Nell. Nell down the paint. She traveled again. In the NBA, that is 2 points, but that was most definitely a travel. I got to put that one on the floor. Lighthizer into the front court. Zupa down underneath to Adams. Lighthizer has it top of the key. This is Bushstick. Vote. Bushstick. Bounce pass to Adams. Morgan Adams has yet to score tonight for Kewaskum. Lighthizer has a pair. Skip pass back here to Bushstick. Yay, she hit it. Haley Bushstick's first triple of the night. The Vikes were daring her to shoot it. She did. And it's back out to a 4-point Kewaskum lead. Here's Kuski for the Vikings. Hands to Nell. Nell crosses. Kicks it to Cole. Triple on the way. This is deep. And rebounded by Lighthizer, who's going to slow things down once again. Vikings doing a nice job to get back in transition. I think that was a key to the game if you had asked Coach Strafnagel before. Here's Butchstick. Vote. Butchstick. Vote. Bounces to Adams. Adams to the middle of the paint. Hook shot. Made it. Morgan Adams' first points of the night. Back out to a 6-point lead just like that for Kewaskum. Bounce pass from Kuski into Shea. Shea's up the floor. Fakes the pass. Goes up with it on the right side. No whistle until you get the jump ball. If nothing else, it'll give the Vikings the ball to start the second half. Here's Vote in the corner. That's Lighthizer. Butchstick. Vote. 3 on the way. She hit it. Vote with a big triple. Ashley Vote has 5 for the Indians. Cole trying to respond. She drives the paint, gives it to Shea. Here is Nell. Crosses down the lane. Poked away, stays with the Vikings. 9-point lead just like that. It seems like you just blinked and it was a 1-point lead about 2 seconds ago, it seems like. Here's Shea. Under the screen goes Kewaskum. That misses off to the right. And it goes back to the Indians. Vikings want to push some numbers up. What's the delay here? Coach Thull sent people to sub in, didn't tell them who they were going in for. There's another free timeout. And Vikings trying to decide how they want to defend this as well. They're going to roll it in. Ooh, Christensen almost stepped over the line there. 13 seconds left. Here's Christensen. Vote. Dogs. Dogs around a screen. Hands to Christensen. 6 seconds left. Dogs around another screen. Down the lane. She goes blocked by Peyton Chemnitz. That'll end the first half with a little bit of momentum for the Vikings as Siri Kuski, or check that, Peyton Chemnitz, able to get a hand on the basketball as Dogs went down the lane. 26-17 is the halftime score. We'll take a break here, get some numbers, and get them to you. The Vikings started slow. All things considered, a 9-point deficit, not an unassailable lead, but there aren't many points to be had in this game. Both teams with plenty to clean up as they head into the halftime locker room. 17-26, Vikes trail by 9. Coming back with more. This is Viking basketball on WLA-TV. Stay with us. I want to welcome you back here to the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Jordan King along with you. Vikings trail by 9. It is 26-17. They're in the second half of play over in the pit, the affectionately known the pit over there in Rosendale. And the Vikings trail Laconia in a low-scoring game. Now, the Vikings went over when Laconia came here, the Vikings blitzed them. Vikings hit bunch of threes, 18, I believe, threes. 8 of them hit by sophomore Sam Lair. And the Vikings scored almost over 90 points, almost 100 points. They hung on Laconia and got the win over the Spartans. Right now they trail in the low-scoring game 40-33 as Ethan Cole if you turn on the Vikings game, Ethan Cole's probably driving to the hoop. 40-35 now. The Vikings chipping into a Laconia Spartan lead. Not sure how much time is left on the clock there. The stream I'm watching does not have a time left. Just has second half on it. But the Vikings in decent shape there, trailing 5 points to the Spartans. Here, the Vikings have only had 3 players score. That's part of the issue for them. Kiera Shea has 9. She leads all scorers tonight from either team. Lindsay Nell has 4. Abby Cole has 4. Those are the 3 leading scorers for the Vikings. But the Vikings finding themselves finding it difficult for them to put the ball in the hoop here tonight, as we thought would be the case with Kewaskum and their terrific defense. For the Indians, 2 points for Morgan Adams, 2 for Grace Lighthizer, 4 for Anna Christensen, 5 for Ashley Vogt, 5 for Haley Butchlick, and leading their team is Madeline Doggs, as we thought might be the case. Doggs has 8 to lead the Indians. All of that adds up to a 9-point Kewaskum lead, and they would probably tell you that wasn't their best half of basketball either. So both teams have a chance to clean things up here at halftime, and we'll be back in about 4.5 minutes with the second half. The Vikings, well, we'll see if they can propitiate and fix this 9-point deficit that they have. Coach Strafnagel would like that, I think. So would the Viking fans. Stay with us on WLA TV. Second half up next. Just about ready to get rolling here in the second half. WLA TV, glad to have you along. 47-47 between the Vikings and the Laconia Spartans. 50-47. triple hit by Aiden Barr. That's over in Rosendale. Here, the Vikings trail by 9, and they're going to need a good performance here in the second half to try to get back into this one, see if they can't steal a win against one of the top teams in the state in Division III. So the Vikings will check it in. I'm not going to keep the boys' game up until late in that one and or this game here gets out of hand. Then I'll pull it up and I'll keep you updated on it. I'm sure you can find the stream elsewhere on YouTube. Here's a 3 from Kiera Shea. That misses off to the right. Offensive rebound tracked down by Cole. Bounces to Shea. Shea underneath to Pino. Pino with the drop step, and she's bumped, fouled by Christensen. That's her third. If it is indeed on Christensen. They'll say it is. So her third. Underneath, it'll be Shea to trigger it in for the Vikings. Vikes with a kind of a 4 horizontally across the lane. Gives it to Nell. Back into Shea. Shot fake. Now tries the hook shot, and she can't get it to go. The length of Adams really made that shot difficult for Kiera Shea. Vikes going to stay in a 1-3-1. Bounce pass down to Dogs. Dogs back to Lightheiser. Swung around, ends up with Christensen on the wing. She looks back into Adams. Adams at the high post. Kicks it to Christensen. Keying up the 3. This one looks good, but it's just short. Offensive rebound, Dogs. Nice spin. Count the basket and the foul. That is an awesome offensive rebound from Madeline Dogs. She's the first player tonight from either team into double figures with 10, and she'll head back to the free throw line with a chance at a 3-point play. Free throw for Dogs is good. She's 2 for 5 from the line tonight. Shea will bring it into the front court for the Vikings. Bounces underneath to Lindsay Nell. Nell scoops up with the left or right hand on the right side, and she scores. Lindsay Nell has 6 points, and the Vikes have it back to a 10-point Kewaskum lead. That 11, by the way, was the largest lead of the night for Kewaskum, so pretty much anything from here on out will be a largest lead of the night, should the Vikings not be able to cut it any closer than what they currently have. Here's Lightheiser. Gives it to Christensen. Down to the corner. 3-ball on the way. This one's short. Offensive rebound. Dogs once again. She goes up with the left hand and finishes. Madeline Dogs has 13. Tips it away from Shea. Down the lane she goes. Finishes with the left hand. She's got 15. Almost all of it coming exclusively off of turnovers. This is what Coach Schroffnagel did not want. Second chance opportunities and turnovers have given Dogs a lot of points here. She's fouled by Kiera Shea after Shea throws it into her hands once again. The length of Madeline Dogs has made a huge difference tonight. 30-second timeout from Coach Schroffnagel. He just wants to discuss how they're going to break this press, and the 9-point lead is swelled up to 14, and Kewaskum has, well, I almost called them Laconia, partially because the boys are playing over at Laconia, but partially because Kewaskum plays very similar style to Laconia. They want to turn you over, play that trapping style, want to get out in transition. All of these things that they want to do. WLA with a 53-47 lead over at the pit. 55-47. Told you I wouldn't do this, but here I am. I can't help myself. I love Viking sports, okay? Underneath to Dogs. Dogs kicks it to Christensen. That's a good cut. Nice bounce pass back to Dogs. Dogs has it poked away by Cole. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Dogs. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Dogs. Count the basket and the foul. That was fun. 17 points for Madeline Dogs. She is dominating here in the second half. She's already got 10 points. Check that, 9 points in the second half. With this, she'll be in double figures in just this half. I remember Dogs from the team last year, and here she is again wreaking havoc for the Vikings. That's a error by the senior Anna Christensen. She's the only senior on the roster for the Indians, who have opened up a 16-point second half lead. Here's Shea. Breaks the press herself, crosses. Got to be careful of getting caught in that corner. She has it tipped away from Dogs. Kuski saves it. Here's Nell. Down the lane, scoops with the right hand, scores. Nell is very good when she gets to her spot in the lane. And she finishes so efficiently under there. Here's a long two, and it's deep. I'm really having a tough time seeing numbers here. I mentioned this when the Kewaskum boys team was here. I just really struggled to see the dark green, forest green numbers on the black uniforms. I know they got the white trim, but that helps you when you're close to the court, but not when you're up here in the mezzanine where I'm at. Here's Christensen, who finishes that one. She's got 6 points. And the lead's back up to 16. Shea bounces to Kuski, gets it down to Pino. Flashing through is Cole. Instead, it's back out to Kuski. Kuski gives it to Nell, top of the key. She crosses, kicks it to Shea in the corner. Thought about the three, now going to drive the lane. Here's Kuski. She's going to drive the lane as well, and they're going to say she traveled. Chemnitz will check in for the Vikings. Into the front court come the Indians with the 16-point lead. Top of the key, this is Gerhardt's. They're going to get it underneath and get the bump there. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. Just to remind you, it was a 8-2 foul discrepancy in the first half. And look, it's impossible to say the referees don't know that. Get Cole on a foul here. There you go, 5-1. Scorebook's going to look better now. That's the only reason you do this. That's not a foul. Come on, not in a 16-point. Not in any game. That's not a foul. More of a foul there on Nell. No whistle there because, well, the foul counts a little bit better than it was before. Down the lane goes Lindsay Nell. She can't get it to go. Bounce pass straight to Shea. Nell has it. Shot fake. Down the lane she goes once again. Up with the right hand and finishes. 10 points for Lindsay Nell. She's into double figures. First Viking to be into double figures, and she's the team high scorer at this point in the ballgame. 6 second half points. All 6 of the Vikings second half points coming from Lindsay Nell. Underneath, Adams can't get it to go. She goes over the back of Peyton Chemnitz. And it will get whistled. Vikings going on a run over in Rosendale. They have a 9-point lead, 61-52. That's tipped from Shea to Kuski. Kuski looks into Lindsay Nell. Nell is blocked, allegedly. Underneath goes Christensen. She's bumped, no whistle. Rebound down to Abby Cole. Here's Shea. Shea finds Cole. This is an Ethan Cole type of three. Oh, and she hit it. Abby Cole with a deep three. That was almost from the volleyball stripe. And she hit it. Back to an 11-point lead for the Indians. Just a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. They have a timeout over in Rosendale as well. 61-52. The Vikes lead it by 9 over there. Vikes trail by 11 here. That's a big triple there from Abby Cole. She's got 7 points now. The big three for the Vikings are the only 3 that have scored. The 2 sophomores and the junior, Nell, Cole, and Shea, have 10, 7, and 9, respectively. Coming out of the timeout there, just a brief one from Coach Thull trying to calm things down a little bit. Excuse me. Back into the game is Dogs, and she's into the front court. Look down to the corner. Instead, they're going to go top of the key. This is Gerhardt working on Kuski. Vikings back into man-to-man. A man-to-man look here. And they're going to get another foul. And Zinel on the clutch. 6th team foul. We're almost – Kewaskum's in the bonus 5 minutes into the half. All right. Underneath, this is Christensen. Christensen misses that one. Rebound down to Lindsay Nell. Nell into the front court. I guess technically they aren't into the bonus, but the next foul is in the bonus. Down the lane goes Cole. She was blocked by Christensen. They're going to call a foul. I'm not going to – that's the 4th on Christensen. I'm not going to belabor this point, but too many whistles on both sides tonight. Cole hits that one. Cole's going to shoot 10 free throws here this evening, and take nothing away from her. Take nothing away from – like, Kewaskum's been the better team. Take nothing away from the Indians, who still hold a 10-point lead, but it's been exhausting. Second free throw is good. Cole is 6 for 10 from the free throw line, which is right about her season average. She shoots 61%. She's shooting 60% tonight. 9-point lead for the Indians. See how long they decide to keep Christensen out with the 4 fouls. That misses. The three ball is rebounded by Abby Cole. Into the front court comes Kiera Shea. She goes up with it, misses. Offensive rebound, Kuski. She's fouled, and Kuski will head to the free throw line. I think Coach Schroffnagel, I think you could read his lips there saying just a big deep breath for Siri. She misses the first free throw. Second from Kuski is missed. Fought for by the Vikings for an offensive rebound, but they can't get it. The Vikes have missed too many free throws tonight. Lighthizer. Tell you what they've shot in a second when we find that information out. Lighthizer gets it to Vetter. Vetter, Dogs. Dogs back to Lighthizer. This is better patience from Kewaskum. For a while there, for a second there, they were just shooting the first shot that they found. Now they're going to make the Vikes work a little bit defensively. Dogs. Started by Shea. Just go down into the post. She's got a huge size advantage on Kiera Shea, but that's just a testament to the style of defense that Kiera Shea plays. Down to Adams. Nice up and under move. Oh, she can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Dogs, and Dogs finishes. Dogs has 19. Here's Kuski. Nell. She goes up with the left hand this time. That is a smooth, slick move from Lindsay Nell. Switched hands, went up with the right, then switched to the left and finished with a little baby hook shot off the glass. 9-point lead for Kewaskum as they have it on the offensive side here. This is Lighthizer. Dogs thought about the drive. Now she's going to drive with the left hand. Vetter far side, top of the key Lighthizer. Working on Kuski. Declines the screen. Dribbles it out here near half court. This is Butchlick. Get it down to Dogs, who's got a huge size advantage, and Dogs is over the 20-point mark. She's got 21. Shea dribbles back down to the corner. Careful down there in the corner where they want to trap you. Here's Cole. Her 3 really sparked this Viking run. Get it to Shea. Thought about the triple for her. Here is Cole once again from 3. This is short, crawls over. Oh, and it just about rattled home for Abby Cole. Instead, Lighthizer the other way. Gets it to the corner. That's good patience. That is good patience from the Kewaskum Indians, and some of their experience starting to show with an 11-point lead and 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Here's Dogs. Adams, near side Lighthizer. Top of the key, Butchlick wants the triple, and she hits the triple. Butchlick's second three of the night, and it's a 14-point lead just like that for the Indians. That is a veteran team response there by the 6th-ranked team in the state in Division III. It's a full timeout taken by Coach Schroffnagel. We'll take it with him. Over in Rosendale, it's a 68-54 lead for the Vikings as they look to put away the Laconia Spartans. I wonder when the last time the Vikes had a season sweep over Laconia. I think that'd be interesting. I got a lot on my plate here trying to call a basketball game, but if I can figure that out, I will do so. 14-point lead for the Indians. Back with more. You're watching WLA Girls Basketball on WLA TV. Fourteen-point lead for the Vikings over against the Laconia Spartans. 14-point deficit for the girls team right here, trailing the Indians from Kewaskum. Game that almost went into overtime last year down at Kewaskum. Remember watching that one on the live stream back when you couldn't just go to a basketball game. You had to be on some sort of guest list. Thank goodness we're past that, right? Down the lane goes Abby Cole. That's a really strong move from Abby Cole. And Cole has 9 points. Check that, 10 points for the Vikes, Abby Cole. Oh, saving that is Chemnitz. Can a Viking get there? Yes, Lindsay Nell can. And Nell's into the front court with the Vikes deficit at 12 right now. Shea surveys the floor. Down to Cole in the corner. Corner three on the way. Looks good, but it's short once again from Abby Cole. Down into the front court comes Lighthizer. She's guarded by Kiera Shea. It's going to be Kuski on dogs for the time being. She's got it right now. Leading scorer for the Indians has 21 tonight. Good cut by Lighthizer. Now she's free on the near side. Little contact, couple of bodies hit the floor, no whistle. Here's Dogs. Dogs to the middle of the paint. Up with the left hand finishes. That is so good from Madeline Dogs. I'll tell you what, we have seen some good girls players come through the gym here at WLA so far this season. Perhaps none better than Grace Shizzle on Monday night, who scored 30. But Madeline Dogs is well on her way. There's still 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in this one, and Dogs already has 23 for the Indians. Butchlick was looking for Lighthizer on the cut through. Now Lighthizer has it. Kick it back to Butchlick. Good ball movement here and much better patience. When the Vikings went on their run to cut this down to, I believe it was 9 at its least for the Indians, the Indians were rushing offensively. Now they're taking their time, at least taking half a minute off the clock each possession, and you got to love that if you're Coach Thull. Down the lane goes Nell. There is so much contact there. No whistle that time. Coach Schroffnagel looks inquisitively at the officials. And Coach Thull will take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 14-point lead for the Indians, who have played a really nice second half so far. See if they can close it out. Coming up next on WLA TV. Stay with us. back here at Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Want to thank Louis Schultz tonight running the camera for us. At some point, maybe, probably not, but we hope there'll be a huddle camera back. I don't know, but I got to appreciate you if you watch WLA TV on a regular basis, or if you don't, even if you don't and you're from Kewaskum tonight, we appreciate you tuning in, but got to send a shout-out and a thank you to the student help I've had all season long. Alec Oberg has been a big part of it, Louis Schultz, Nick Russ, Sam Miller. There's a nice move once again. Underneath, that was Adams that time, up with the left hand and finishing. Morgan Adams has 4. Lacey Keifenheim's done a game or 2 for us. Down the lane goes Kiera Shea. Shea finishes. She's into double figures. She's got 11. Lead back to 14. Lighthizer wants to take it coast to coast, dribbled it off her foot, and ball goes out of play. That was uncharacteristic there from what we've seen from Lighthizer all game long. The junior has taken care of the basketball masterfully this evening. Here's Shea into the front court, kicks it to Kuski, top of the key. Nell wants to key up a 3. She shoots it the best on the team. She hits this one, and Lindsay Nell's got 15 points. Right up near her season average of 16 points per game. 30-second timeout from Coach Strafnagel as the Vikes have it back down to 11. But it is impossible to do these broadcasts without a camera. Now, my background is in radio, so I'd be okay if we had to do radio broadcasts. I think I'd be all right, but I much prefer these YouTube broadcasts. I know you do too, based on what I hear through the grapevine. So I just want to take this time to give a shout out to the guys and gals that run the camera for us and allow that to be possible while we work through the situation with the self-tracking camera, which will be, well, I don't know what the word is. A relief is not a strong enough word to what it'll be when we finally get that thing working. Here on the far side, this is Zupa. They end up getting it underneath to Adams, who was fouled on the floor. Reaching in was Peyton Chemnitz, and it'll be 1-1. Kewaskum, if they can hit their free throws, this game should just about be wrapped up. Now, I say that. There's still 6 minutes and 14 seconds, and it's only an 11-point lead. But the Vikes are going to be forced to foul, and Kewaskum does not turn the ball over a ton. Now, they've been a little careless at times tonight, but this is not a team that you can just go into it and count on them to hurt themselves. This is a team that disciplined basketball. Good hard-nosed defense, make the most out of their transition opportunities. 6 points for Morgan Adams as she goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Shea lobs that one over the outstretched hands of Dogs. Down underneath to Lindsay Nell. Block, basket, and the foul. Lindsay Nell head back to the free throw line. Her second chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. She's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Vikings have missed 8 free throws tonight, and they trail by 10. Nell completes the three-point play, 50-40. Dogs trots across half court. She's going to stand there, cross over, and initiate the offense. This is Zupa. Zupa has it poked away. That was almost a turnover. Near side, down underneath to Adams. Adams goes to work on Peyton Chemnitz. Up and under. Looked like she might have drugged the pivot foot. No whistle, but she missed it. Good rebound by Chemnitz. Outlet pass to Shea. Shea into the front court. Crosses. Reverse dribble back out to the left wing. Up with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound fought for successfully by Cole. Tied up, and it'll go back to Kewaskum. The motion that Coach Strafnagel was making there to one of the officials was he believes there is someone on Kewaskum pushing off. Lighthizer crosses Shea. That doesn't you don't see that very often, but Shea's recovery speed, you do see that quite a bit. Lighthizer has it in the corner. Skip pass to that is Christensen back into the game. She's playing with 4 fouls. Christensen is trapped here. Now gets it back to Lighthizer. Kuski and Shea trying to trap Lighthizer. Back to the corner. Triple on the way for Butchstick, and she hit it. Butchlick hit the three. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Vetter. Mia Vetter, sorry about that. Thought that was a 3, but it was a 0. I'm going to blame it on the jerseys. Kuski can't get that one to go. Good rebound. That's a strong play from Lighthizer, who slows it down. Got the 13-point lead. Vetter far side. Lobs it back to Lighthizer. Lake's trying to trap everything. Kira Shea's going to wear herself out just running back and forth here. Down the lane goes Dogs. Skip pass to Vetter. Back to Lighthizer. Dogs has it in the corner. Again, they will not shoot within 30 seconds of their possession. And that is smart basketball at this point. Adams has it. Vetter now. She's going to go around Shea, get it back to Christensen. Lighthizer bounces to Christensen, and the Vikes get a turnover. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. Even with the turnover there, they still drain like 35-plus seconds off the clock with that possession. With a 13-point lead, that's all you got to do from here on out. Not enough possessions left in the game. If you take that much time off the clock, make your free throws, and you'll get out of here with a dub. Far side is Peyton Chemnitz. Here's Kira Shea, misses that one. That's tied up, and it'll stay here on the Vikings end. Peyton Chemnitz able to earn another possession for the Vikings. Earn the dub, as the kids are saying nowadays. Nell has it lobbed in from Kiera Shea. Shea with the backdoor cut. Now going to go around the defender. Floats it up with the right hand. Can't buy one here in the second half. She was on fire in the first half. Had 9 first half points, but I think there's going to be some fatigue that just starts to set in a little bit for Kiera Shea, who has played the entire game. Draws the toughest assignment defensively. I've made this claim before, and I'm not just trying to protect Kiera Shea or make up excuses for her, because I don't think that's what she would want. Someone stepped over the line. It might have been Lighthizer herself, and it's going to go back to the Vikings with another empty possession for the Indians. We're getting back to my point. If you got to play the amount of minutes the way that Kiera Shea has to play them, and doesn't have to, but she goes at one speed, and that's 110%. You love that. Here's a 3 from Shea that comes up just short. I think that's another sign of legs. Down the lane goes Christensen. Off balance, can't get it to go. Rebound down to Chemnitz. Up ahead to Shea. She's still going to go, though. Shovels it back to Cole. Cole's hit a couple of threes. Misses that. Offensive rebound. Nell can't get it to go. And even when it's easy for the Vikes, they haven't been able to get it to fall tonight. But I don't care what kind of condition you're in. It affects how you play offensively if you play that hard on the defensive side of the floor. And that's not an excuse, that's just called a fact. That's short from Abby Cole. And Shea's going to foul again. Send Lighthizer back to the free throw line. Last chance for single bonus. First free throw this time up good for Lighthizer. .4 lead. We'll try to get you confirmation that the boys finished it out and took care of Laconia. That's a big, big win for the Vikings if they're able to go over to Rosendale and sneak out of there with a win. They're trying to keep pace. They're just a game behind Springs in the loss column right now, and 2 games behind in the win column because they are a game behind St. Mary's Springs at this point in the season. Springs has the extra conference game that they were able to sneak in there. Here's an offensive rebound. Finishing is Abby Cole. Cole's into double figures. Still only 3 players have scored tonight for the Vikings. 11 for Shea, 11 for Cole. And what do I got here for Lindsay Nell? 14, 18 for Nell. 12-point lead for Kewaskum. Look, every game we do it, and this is a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. Every game on WLA TV, try to talk about the opposing team in Kewaskum. Again, you look at the games that they have lost this season. Know anything about area basketball? You know two of the best teams in this area are Beaver Dam and are Waupun. These are the two losses for Kewaskum this season. Okay, and this is one of the better teams the Vikings are going to see this year. New Holstein was terrific. And like I said, New Holstein-Kewaskum is going to be a heck of a game on Monday night. And hoping that I can somehow watch that one. But this Indians team, you want to talk about a nightmare to play against offensively. The length they possess puts you in so many difficult situations as an offense. And they're pretty efficient offensively. Certainly Madeline Doggs is a tremendous player. Finishes with both hands at the rim. We've seen that, especially that left hand. She can dribble with both hands. Pretty good ball handler. And then she plays the top of that 1-2-2 trapping three-quarter court press. This is a terrific player. She's going to head to the free throw line here, and I guess if you're the Vikings, I don't have the season statistics individually for Kewaskum, but based on tonight, Doggs would be the one you'd want to send to the free throw line, as she's been 2 for 6. I guess Lighthizer 1 for 3, but look, Doggs is junior, had her fair share of varsity experience before this season. She hits both of those. 4 for 8 from the line is Madeline Doggs. Back out to a 14-point Indian lead. Top of the key, Kuski looks for Shea. Shea guarded by Doggs now. Under the screen go the Indians. Shea's short with that one. Offensive rebound was Cole. Gives it to Kuski. Kuski had it batted away, and Kuski's going to foul. That'll send Lighthizer to the charity stripe. Grace Lighthizer hits the first. She's 2 for 4 from the line now. And, you know, Lighthizer has not scored a lot. Hockey substitution comes for Coach Schraffnagel as he waves the white flag tonight. Try to get some legs under him. A week from tonight now, the Vikes play Monday, Tuesday, Friday next week. And circle your calendar for that Friday game. Now, Oakfield on the road. Oakfield's leading their conference, I do believe. Christensen finishes after the miss for the Indians. Indians still got their starters in. Vikings got all 5 of theirs out, and I think Coach Thull is going to go throw his next 5 in as well at the next break. But you got Oakfield next week, North Fond du Lac on Tuesday. That'll feature the leading scorer in the Flyweight Conference. McKenna Conkey just hit a triple, and Coach Thull wants the substitution timeout, so he'll get that with 1:09 left. McKenna Conkey is the 4th Viking to score tonight. That is not a misspoken statement. And then the big one next Friday night is the girls will make the trip that the boys made tonight, hoping for a similar result. The Vikes, I don't have confirmation of that, but they were up by almost 15 points in the second half with only at the waning stages of the second half over at Laconia. And got the win over there, I would assume. And if the Vikes want a chance at a Flyweight Conference crown, that is the start. Now they're going to need some help. They need someone else to beat Laconia. Down the lane and finishing is number 23, Jaden Zupa. 35 seconds left in this one. So the Vikings got to rest the legs a little bit for the Kiera Sheas of the world, although I'm sure Kiera Sheas is going to be ready by tomorrow morning to play 36 minutes of defense if she had to. 3 ball on the way. This one is short. Go back to the Vikings with 8.2 seconds left. Start adding up some scores here. And the Vikings, Maddie Lair will dribble it out as she did 24 hours ago when the Vikings got their win over Lemira in the Flyway Conference play. The Vikings go 1-2 this week. It does not happen often under Coach Strafnagel, but that's the case tonight as they lose 61-45 to a very, very good Kewaskum Indians squad. Get you some final numbers here. Madeline Doggs was the player of the night for either team. She was the leading scorer, had 25 points, just filled it up tonight. Only 1 3, 4 from the free throw line. She had 20 points from 2-point range, 10 field goals, 11 if you count the 3. 8 points for Anna Christensen, 5 for Ashley Vogt, 2 for Jaden Zupa, 4 for Grace Lighthizer, 6 for Morgan Adams, 8 for Haley Butchlick, and Mia Vetter had 3 as well. Want to thank my guy Louis Schultz once again for doing the video camera for us. Final numbers for the Vikings: 11 for Shea, 11 for Cole, 19 for Nell, 18 for Nell, and 3 for McKenna Conkey. All that adds up to a 61-45 win for the Kewaskum Indians over the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. Kewaskum moves to 16-2. They're 7-1 in conference play. Their sole loss coming to Waupun, as we mentioned earlier. The Vikings dropped to 12-4 on the season. In Flyway Conference play, they sit pretty handily in third place. They're 3 games up on Amro and Lemira for the third place game. The only thing they care about is being 1 game behind Springs and 2 games behind Laconia. And when conference play resumes next Tuesday night, they'll try to remedy that and get back on the Flyway winning trail. They'll play Oakfield Monday, North Fondy Tuesday, Laconia Friday next week. Let's see if we can get confirmation before we sign off. Now, you could go find this somewhere else on YouTube as well, but we'll try to do you a solid here in case you're hanging around waiting for me to confirm that WLA got the win over there at Laconia. And the stream has ended. So my guess is that would be good news for the Vikings in terms of getting a win. 65-75 final over in Rosendale. The Vikings do take care of business with a 10-point win over the Laconia Spartans. For the Vikings, see if I can find my notes here. I don't have them here. So the Vikings get the win over in Rosendale. Here against Kewaskum, the girls take one on the chin against the 6th-ranked team in Division III. Jordan King saying so long. We will catch you on Tuesday when North Fond du Lac is in town for the girls' varsity game. This is Viking basketball on WLA TV. Good night.